Nick.
Hello, this is Fondația Calea Victoriei, Foundation of Calea Victoriei, which means it has the name of the road actually, Victorious Road. Yeah, and it is a cultural institution giving lessons about all different topics, about literature, philosophy, theology. It's a very innovative still of my friend Sandra Cobescu, starting in 2007. And now it's getting big, and I think it's been national. It's one of the biggest private cultural institutions. Let's go in. Where would you say that is most? I mean, what would you say is more relevant or more important,
right.
or what would you prioritize?
Yes, we have some topics which are very important for us and let's say are associated to Fundația Calea Victoriei, like the history of Bucharest, because we started like 9 years ago tours in Bucharest for the Romanians, which was totally new. Everybody thought I was crazy, and my friends were telling me that nobody will come, I don't know, on Calea Victoriei to learn about the palaces and so on. But we started these tours. At that time there were some tours for tourists, but not for Romanians, for people from Bucharest and let's say other cities around Bucharest. So one thing is the history of the capital, which is presented to the public both in conferences about different subjects, personalities, palaces, history of the country and also of the capital. And on the other hand, with these tours, which are very much appreciated, we have like over 10 different tours all around the historical area of Bucharest.
This is Romanian Athenaeum. It's the most important concert hall in Romania because in Romania during the 19th century, during the westernization process, we were building institutions, we are creating institutions, not only political one, but also cultural one. This is the cultural one.
This is one topic which I like very much. Another one is classical music. We had at the beginning these lessons with Tiberiu Soare. He's a famous conductor in Romania. And he's also very talented in storytelling. So we had these classes about opera music, ballet, and then about classical music in general. And then we wrote down these conferences, and we have 2 books after these conferences about opera and classical music. Afterwards we have a lot of classes, as I said, in humanities and arts, whatever you can imagine, anthropology, philology, also English classes, public speaking, even we had in alchemy, rhetorics, whatever you want.
We don't offer what the public wants. We offer what we like, and then we create a new market. And that is really good. That's what they've done actually.
During the period the communist period, we didn't learn about the interwar Bucharest or what was before. Everything was about the communist period, the golden era. So when after '89, when the communist period ended, a lot of people and historians started to publish books. But these tours and conferences about the history of Bucharest were initiated by us. So this is something new, like a pioneering role in this cultural life of Bucharest. It was very interesting, I think, living in La Belle Époque period, which means the end of the 19th century, because it was an economic boom. But more interesting was the period around the 20s and the 30s, when really Bucharest was called small Paris, meaning not that Bucharest can be compared to Paris, because it's smaller, it doesn't have such a long history, but it was very, there are a lot of people from all over the world, and it was a very cosmopolitan city and with a lot of cultural life and parties, and it was a very pleasant city like it is today also. And also you had in the 30s, you had the old buildings from the 18th, 19th century, and also Art Nouveau buildings, which can still be seen, so it was this contrast. I started with things that I wanted to do in my spare time. First of all, I didn't have time. I was working before in a logistics company for 7 years and I was very busy. So I really wanted to go to the opera, I really wanted to go to theater or to study things that I didn't have time to study while working. So it was like from wanting to create a place where I would like to go and attend classes and meet people and create a sort of community around arts and culture. So it was very intuitive, let's say, and instinctive how things started. And then looking for the best professors, the most charismatic intellectuals and the artists, the things started to let's say, coagulate and have a shape. this is how it started. So it wasn't a business plan or experience in this field. I don't know. Everything started from zero somehow, and with a lot of faith and a lot of love and a lot of dedication. There were some tough times at the beginning in the first years, but so hopefully now we are in our 12th year of activity, which is good. And we are really now a prominent cultural institution in the alternative area. So we compete, let's say, with the state institutions like museums. We are extremely active, and from one or two people in the staff initially, we are now 12, which is great. And also what helps us develop and grow more is that a lot of corporations, a lot of companies want our classes to go there.
So it feels to me, as Sandra said, there's a framework of a plan that they're going to expand nationally, and they're mostly, in a way, interested in Romanian people, awakening those people and souls. And what if through the web you have, your voice is appealing to other countries? What would you do then? So here we have Antonia Dean, is one of the teachers of the foundation and a basic employer. Tell us, Antonia, what exactly are you doing here?
So I'm the one in charge with the illustrations, like what you see on the walls. I'm looking for artists that can work with us. We have the I Love Puccini concert in May. It's gonna be a pretty big concert at the National Theatre. We have the ball in June.
Okay. The ball is inspired by the Belle Époque. It's like how everybody dressed
exactly, yeah.
with costumes of the 20s.
Yeah, it's my first one. I'm super excited.
Okay. How many balls has this institution done?
It's
like every year is done one?
No, it's one every 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just started here, so I experienced one big concert at the National Theatre, the New Year concert. But it was amazing, and I want to do that again.
We have also some classes in English. We have creative writing and public speaking. But more interesting for people that are coming to Romania, to Bucharest, are the tours that we offer, because we have this experience in organizing classes and tours in the historical part of Bucharest. So we also offer these tours which are different from the classical ones, let's say from the tourist agencies, because we can get in different palaces and places which are not so approachable by normal tourists, let's say. We have a lot of connections in different cultural institutions, so this is something different than the other tours. So people can find our website, which is www.victoriei.ro, and we have a section contact, and there they can find my email address, sandra@victoriei.ro, also our phone numbers, and they can write us emails. Fundația Calea Victoriei, this is the Romanian name, but maybe they will find it.